Hi everyone, and welcome to this walkthrough of Padlet, video 1 of 2. This video is going to concentrate on creating and modifying a Padlet. So the first thing we have to do is go to the website, which is www.padlet.com, and it's going to take you to this homepage. From here, there are a couple of options. The first option is to sign up if you do not have a Padlet already, or you can come up and log in if you do have an account. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to click where it says Create a Padlet here in the middle. And what that's going to do is give us a blank Padlet to work with. So the first thing we're going to do is modify our Padlet, and to do that, we are going to come over here to the side on this gray bar that has some icons on it. The first icon is a crane, and that will take us back to the home page. The second option is to create a new Padlet by clicking on the plus icon. The next one is log in or sign up if you have an account and you didn't go ahead and log in. The next option is the share or export button, which we're going to talk about in a different video. The other two here are get more info and get help, which if you need some help, go ahead and click on those. But we're going to go ahead and focus on this last item here, which is a gear icon, and will let us modify this Padlet. And so we're just going to open that, and the menu pops out. So it defaults to the basic information tab, which we can do a couple of things. If you wanted to, you could give a portrait to the Padlet to be associated with the Padlet, but that really only affects you if you are planning on letting this be a searchable Padlet. The same thing goes with the description and the tags. They're not really that important for what we're going to do today, so I'm just going to ignore those and come back up here to where it says title. And title, we're going to click here in the field and type whatever we want to in. So notice up here in the corner that what I typed in the title box also shows up on the Padlet, so this will be a great place to put your discussion question or just what the Padlet's going to be about. The next option is the wallpaper, where we are going to give our Padlet a little bit of personality. You have the option to add your own picture as the background, which could be interesting, but we're not going to worry about that today. We're just going to pick one of the default wallpapers that Padlet gives us. It of course defaults to the paper option, but there are many other choices. If you scroll down, we can see some of them. There's a notebook, a calendar, a map, which would be cute maybe if you're doing world history or geography. One of the ones I thought was interesting was the My Tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to give us a close-up of what the background would look like. But if we click off of the menu, we can actually see what it looks like. And there is a to-do column, an in-progress column, and a done one. And this would be great to help you or your students get organized just by putting different posts in the different sections. But we're not going to use that one. We're going to go ahead and go back to the wallpaper menu, and to do that we're going to click on the modify button and go back to wallpaper, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and I'm going to choose the corkboard as my background and scroll back up, and we're just going to keep going to another tab, which is the layout tab. Padlet defaults to a freeform choice, which means that you can just click anywhere on this Padlet screen and it will post, but there are two other options: a stream if you want your discussions or posts to be one right after the other, or a grid option where which would be different grids, which might be cute maybe if you're doing images or making like a photo album. The next option is privacy. This will let us set how visible we want the Padlet to be. The first option is private, where only you and people you add by email can access the Padlet. And to add those emails, you would come down here to where it says add people by email or username. The next option is password protected, where people need a password in order to access your Padlet. Then it defaults to hidden link, which means that there is a public link available, but people cannot search for your Padlet in Google or in the public areas of Padlet. And over on the side over here is a drop-down menu where you can change the permissions. You have the options of can view, can write, and can moderate. The other option is totally public, where people can search for your Padlet in the main Padlet area or in Google. We're going to come back and have it be a hidden link Padlet. The next option is whether or not you want to moderate the posts, which means that they will only show up if you or somebody else who can moderate the Padlet approves. And to do that, you would just click this little box. We're going to move on to notifications. This only works if you have an account, but what would happen is that if someone posts on your Padlet wall, you'll get a notification. The next option is address, which again only works if you are logged in, but you would be able to give your Padlet a unique address, which makes it a little easier to find and helps with organization. The next option is the U option, and this is the big difference between having an account and not having an account. With just creating a Padlet, you can only modify the Padlet for 24 hours. After that, we can't change anything about it. So if you create an account, you can come back to your Padlets later. So if you just want to do an on-the-fly Padlet, you can just create a Padlet, but otherwise I would probably get an account. The next option is copy. You can copy the Padlet. Say if you had multiple classes and wanted them all to do the same thing, you could copy with or without the posts. And the last option here is delete. You can clear all the posts from the Padlet, but once they're gone, they're gone. And you can also delete the Padlet, and again, once it's gone, you cannot get it back. So that's everything for modifying the Padlet. The next video, we're going to talk about actually posting on your Padlet and then how to share. So make sure you click the next video.